Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. So today I'm covering the Midsummer Game Classic, and it was an interesting one. I feel like I've said that a lot recently about the home run derby and about the All-Star game, but it was crazy. I had to go to bed around the 8th inning because I was getting super tired. I couldn't see. I was like, you know what, I'll just wait, see who wins tomorrow. And to say the least, when I woke up, I was stunned. Now, the All-Star game has, for 89 years, stunned the MLB fan base and the community and everyone that even knows about baseball a little bit. Next year will mark the 90th All-Star game, but the 89th All-Star game was pretty intense. I mean, a lot of back and forth. And as you guys will see, I'm going to cover how everyone scored and how the runs added up. And I'm also going to be doing who won the MVP award and all that good stuff. So the MVP award is for the All-Star game, of course, not the season yet. It's too early, so. Yeah, I mean, really crazy stuff. I'm wearing my Yankees jersey shirt, and Yankees hat because the first run of the game in the top of the second inning came from an Aaron Judge solo home run. And I was so happy. Like, that was insane. I wanted Aaron Judge to do something because, you know, he wasn't in the home run derby, unfortunately, so we needed to see something good come out of his at-bats in the All-Star game, and his first at-bat just destroyed it. He was hitting sixth, and unfortunately there was no one on base, but he was only the second batter up in the second inning, so it was all good. I loved it. Solo home run, really nice. Then we fast forward to the top of the third, and Mike Trout hits a solo home run as well. So now this doesn't just put the AL on top by 1, now it's up by 2. So 2-0 AL over NL. The bottom of the third inning, you're going to see Wilson Contreras hit a solo shot to give the National League their first run of the game. So it's a 2-1 game. American League starters and players are winning. A lot of home runs went into the bullpen yesterday, like the left field bullpen. It was interesting because they all didn't really have a whole lot of distance to them, at least the ones I saw. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Actually, the home run that Aaron Judge hit, I'm pretty sure Luis Severino caught in his glove because it was right by where he was pitching and warming up. So that was really cool. That was insane. I saw that, and that was the player of the game, without a doubt, from a bullpen guy. So now we're gonna go all the way to the bottom of the 7th. So we've gone from top of the second home run, top of the third home run, bottom of the third home run, now nothing until the bottom of the 7th when Trevor Story hits a solo home run. Now this is going to tie the game up for the National League, so it's going to be a 2-2 tie. And then quickly after the Trevor Story home run, we see the top of the 8th come along. 2 runners are on base for Jean Segura. Now Jean Segura was the final vote winner, and I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, how did he beat out Giancarlo and Andrelton Simmons? Like, what? But no, he did really well. Jean Segura, top of the 8th, it's a 3-run home run. Shin Soo Choo, that's how you say it. I have to think about that for a second. Scored, and George Springer scored. So that put the American League up 5-2. Now again, this is the top of the 8th. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot from the National League, but here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Christian Yelich from the Brewers hits a solo home run to make the NL trail only by 2 now as a score of 5-3. Bottom of the 9th. So this is a walk-off opportunity right here for the National League. They could have taken it in the 9th. And they get really close. Scooter Gennett homers. JT Realmuto scores. The National League now tie it 5-5 and never get the walk-off hit at the bottom of the 9th. So now we go into extra innings, which I actually voted on the MLB Instagram story that wouldn't happen. I thought the American League or the National League would have completely demolished each other, and it would have been over already. So it went to the top of the 10th inning, and Alex Bregman, who you saw in the home run derby, who I even said looked really good and really was the underdog for that. He didn't win, but I was really surprised by his performance. Alex Bregman hits a solo home run in the top of the 10th to give the American League the 6-5 stamp of approval for the win. But no, there is more. Directly after Alex Bregman hits a home run, George Springer comes up to the plate, and he wants to hit a home run as well. So guess what he does? He also takes Ross Stripling deep, who was the pitcher that gave Alex Bregman his home run. So then now the AL is up by 2, and the score is 7-5. And then also in the top of the 10th, Michael Brantley hits a sacrifice fly, and Gene Segura scores to make the score 8-5. Now the bottom of the 10th comes around, and the National League, really needs to get something done. All they really end up getting is a Joey Votto solo home run to make the score 8-6. So that doesn't give them a win, but Joey Votto still gets a nice home run for the All-Star break, which is pretty cool. So now the MVP of the All-Star game, I would definitely give it to him. I was really shocked it didn't go to another person, and I'll explain why in a second, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about it. So Alex Bregman won the American League MVP because the American League won. So he won the All-Star Game MVP award, which is really cool, and that was arguably only because of the solo shot he had in the top of the 10th, because that gave Springer the opportunity to hit a home run and Brantley the opportunity to hit a sac fly. So they really scored just because of Bregman. He hit that solo home run, and that's great. But I think Gene Segura should have gotten it. This is just off of my opinion. He had a 3-run home run, and then he scored on a sac fly. So he was responsible for 4 of the runs, whether they were RBIs or runs that he made himself. Excuse me. So if none of the runs counted from him, like if he wasn't there and none of the runs scored, and the person who had replaced him never did any of that, the American League would have lost 4-6. And that's a really big difference, because instead of Bregman now getting the MVP award, it could have gone to someone completely different from the National League. It probably would have went to Scooter Gennett. It's a 2-run home run. But Gene Segura, I really thought was going to win it. Congratulations to Bregman, though. I'm really starting to like Bregman a whole lot more. He was under the radar for a little bit, then he won the World Series, and I was happy for him, and I was also kind of mad because I wanted the Dodgers to win, because I should beat the Yankees and this and that, but then now the home run derby comes along, he does really well, and then he wins the All-Star Game MVP award, so I'm really starting to like Bregman a whole lot more. This is also the 6th straight win for the American League All-Stars. The National League have not won in a long time when it comes to the Midsummer Classic. And finally, I'm going to add that this was the most home runs ever in an All-Star game. There were 9 total home runs from both sides, which was insane. It was definitely all about the long ball yesterday. It wouldn't have been as intense if there were no home runs, but there would have been some sort of game and, fun satisfaction to it if there were no home runs. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you were right about the predictions you made, if any, about who was going to win the All-Star Game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace.